Alright YouTube, this is an impromptu farewell review of my 2007 Nissan Altima. That was my wife's car, and right now it's got 156,000 miles on it. It's got a lot of time on the highway, serving as a reliable commuter car. Just wanted to go over some things to look out for if you're interested in buying one of these, and the goods and bads of the car. So to start with, it's 2007 2.5 S. I think the styling is pretty good. It's pretty timeless. It doesn't look that old for having come out 11 years ago. Kept it simple, and I think that's kind of held up over the years. So as you can see, it's a pretty large car. I think it's like 190 inches in length, which makes it a little bit difficult to park with street parking in a city setting. That being said, the interior room is very spacious. And again, they kept things pretty simple on the interior, so it's held up very good with time. This car, like I said, a lot of miles, and it looks hardly used inside, and it could use a little armor all wiped down and it would look good as new. Some of the features it had were a little bit advanced for the day, so it had the push button start on an entry-level car, which is pretty advanced. It also had the keyless entry, obviously, with the fobs, and then it had the CVT transmission, which, depending on your view, is either a good thing or a bad thing. Some other features of the interior that I really liked would be the armrest sliding out, perfect for commuting duty. Very large armrest, very wide, comfortable. And then the armrest on the doors goes all the way back as well, and it's full size, unlike some of the new Mazdas I've driven, which kind of taper off towards the rear and leave you with hardly anything to put your arms on. Tilt telescoping steering wheel. Plenty of leg room. I'm 6 feet tall. Plenty of leg room here in the passenger seat as well. And same goes for the rear passengers. Seats fold down in the back. And like I said, it's a long car, so you could fit plenty of cargo in here. We'll take a look underneath the hood and in the trunk. It's got one-touch automatic driver's window. They've got a big engine cover on it, which I'm not a big fan of. It makes it a little bit more difficult to keep track of what's going on underneath your hood. The starter motor went on this car with like 145,000 miles. With the starter motor, it ended up being a bad, it was a bad grounding cable that snapped on it. So that's something to look out for with time. Other than that, engine runs great. Everything's still in really good shape there. Not burning any oil, having high mileage. With these cars and even the Infinity cars, you got to watch out for the wheel hub bearings. All 4 wheel hub bearings were shot at 100,000 miles. So it's got 4 newer front and rear wheel hub bearing assemblies. They come in one piece. They weren't too hard to swap out. It's got a timing chain, so no timing belt to worry about. And spark plugs are good for 105,000 miles. Again, they're pretty easy. One of the coil packs did go bad with around 140,000 miles on it, and it was called a random dead misfire. I thought it was the CVT at first because there was a bunch of issues with them when they first came out. This one's held up really good. It turned out it was just the coil pack, and that was like, I think, $30 for a set of 4. Shocks and struts went a little bit after 100,000 miles, but that's pretty much typical of any car. So that's pretty much it. Big car, reliable. Some things went on this car that hadn't gone on my previous high mileage Hondas. but other things with this car held strong while they had failed on the Hondas. So I can't say that it was an unreliable car by any stretch of the imagination. And like I said, I think the styling is pretty timeless. So overall, I usually got like around 28 to 29 miles to the gallon, just with the cruise control set on the highway, doing around 70 miles an hour. I don't think I've ever seen lower than 26, maybe like high 26s. I've never seen higher than 30 miles to the gallon either, but like I said, it's a big car, so that's pretty good gas mileage. But that wraps up my review of the 2007 Nissan Altima.